Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails and Connections, the podcast, where business meets relationships. We're here with Lacey today, who does business development for, why don't you tell us about what you do?
So I work with business development in an accounting firm. It's Solutions Group accounting firm. So my job basically is bringing in the clients and then maintaining those relationships.
Very nice. And where are you based out of?
We're in Lake Mary.
Okay, beautiful. And then you just service just Lake Mary or kind of all over Central Florida?
All over. It doesn't have to be Florida. It could be New York, California, wherever, just so it's in the U.S.
Got it. Okay, very cool.
Okay, so before we jump into business, what are we drinking today?
So my usually go-to, I'm not a big drinker, so I like something light, is Malibu and just club soda. Malibu is a little bit sweeter, so I don't really need the juice, and just having that nice little sparkle of the soda.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now, in case you're not aware, there's a lot of Malibu options. I just found out there's passion fruit, there's mango, there's a lot of different other ones, and then there's one that was like dark and it was like 70 proof. And I'm like, it's the middle of the day. We don't need
we'll
that.
pass on that. Yeah. Get these for you.
You also like wine though, right?
I like wine. I like beer. So
Okay. What kind of wines do you like?
red wine usually. White wine tends to give me a headache, so I like the red wines, like a nice Pinot Noir.
So aside from this cocktail, what's your go-to cocktail if you're out, like in an evening mixer kind of thing? Or is this pretty much your go-to?
This is my go-to, or a beer. Those are my usual.
What type of beer?
Any, depending, if it's warm out, I'll go for like a light beer, like a Miller Lite, Mick Ultra. Sometimes I like a nice lager. Everything really except for...
Do you like a lot of like the local breweries and things like
the
that?
local breweries, I like to support those. IPAs, it depends. If they're really hoppy, I can't do it. It's too bitter. But if it's
There's supposed to be a huge brewery coming to Claremont.
Oh,
it had
really?
like a bunch of food courts and stuff. You can see it from the highway right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. I can't remember the name of it, but it's going to be really cool.
I love supporting local breweries, and sometimes they just make the best beer back
You've
home.
been to the New York Brewing Company? It's over in Winter Garden.
No.
That's really cool.
I live in Orange City, so that's a little
might
bit
be a hike, yeah.
I know. Just to go all the way there, drink, then go back to Orange
Could
City.
be like a field trip.
Right, it could be, yeah. Make a weekend out of it.
Right.
A hotel down there or something.
It's not that far.
No.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's try it out. And we have a little bit of cranberry.
A little bit of
in ours.
cranberry, a
Yeah.
little splash.
Delicious.
A nice little
refreshing.
sweetness, but not too
Not
sweet.
too much, yeah.
Tastes like a vacation.
Exactly, which we all need.
Well, in this Florida, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's good Florida drink.
Okay, so let's get into it. How did you get into business development?
So I've always been kind of with sales. I think sales is so common, even when you don't think. I've been in the restaurant industry a long time. That was like my first job and all through my 20s. So in that is sales as well. I was working and selling insurance, life insurance, which is sales, and work for a financial firm, sales.
So a lot of sales.
A lot of sales in there. And then I knew someone at the firm, and they presented me with the job to doing business development in an accounting firm, which you don't really see.
Right.
So that was presented
But it's
to me.
probably a critical point. Like, people need business to like grow their business and sustain their business.
Yeah. So the fact that it was kind of a niche thing, and not many people are doing that, I thought, I'm gonna check this out. And I toured the facility, and I'm like, this is a great firm with great people. So it kind of fell into my lap.
Very nice.
My experience.
So typically when people think of accounting firms, they only think of taxes.
Correct.
Do you guys do way more than that? Like,
For sure. So there's a whole slew of things, but tax returns, like most people think, bookkeeping, payroll, also tax planning. A lot of people were like, oh, let me just do my taxes right now, and they didn't plan for anything. But we always say be a little bit more proactive. So we do the tax planning as well. Fractional CFO services, cost segregation analysis. I mean, it's a whole slew of other things.
A lot of things.
So if it basically has to do with accounting, we probably do it.
Very nice.
Nice. So on the business development side of things, what does your day-to-day look like? Is it just all happy hours or?
Yeah, just the happy hour, just drinking, talking to people, basically.
Okay. My dream
I feel
job.
like it's not. I feel like there's a lot of hustle and like coordination.
There is. No, but I always tell people it's the best job in the world because my job is basically finding networking events, going to them, talking to people. It's also stopping into businesses. I had that experience with restaurants, so I like to stop in restaurants and make that connection and build those relationships. And it really is just bringing in clients.
Yeah.
And then also maintaining those relationships. Not just like I'm going to bring them in and forget
about
about
his
them.
card and then like
Right,
I'll
that's
never
it.
see you again.
But yeah, it's answering emails, answering phone calls, setting up meetings if they have questions or concerns. So
Now it's really relationship driven. It's not really just like amass as many names as possible, right?
right.
Yeah.
It's really relationship. You want to make sure to build that relationship. And the main thing is, I think with business development people, they forget to maintain the relationship. So it's keeping
But
that
it's
as well.
sometimes easy to meet new people all the time, but to like
Yeah.
build sustainable business and relationships long term like takes effort.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't ghost people.
No. You can't just like, oh, I have a question and never answer them. Yeah, you have a time frame within 24 hours. Make sure to answer the question, or if you don't know
Directly to
the
somebody
answer.
that can.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so someone who's constantly networking, what's the biggest mistake you see people making?
So basically what you had said is ghosting people. So they hand out the business card and I usually follow up. It's the main thing of networking is following up. And then people never respond
Right.
and it's like, what's
why
the
do all
point
this
of
effort?
all this? Yeah. So it's not maintaining those relationships or not following up.
Right.
It's the main thing.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is like not just handing out business cards anymore, like paper or electronic. And I feel like the electronic ones are harder because it just gets somewhere in your phone if you save a contact. And you're like, I don't know how to find you again. Like unless we follow up or I take a screenshot, like it's very hard to capture and like,
Right.
Like,
Unless you
hard.
go in the app and look for it, but
Yeah.
cards are nice to have.
Yeah,
Have
so
them
my
on
thing
us.
is at the end of every night, I can have a stack of business cards that I know, hey, tomorrow I'll follow up with all these people.
Right.
Whereas if you just give me your digital business card, it just goes in my phone and it's lost.
It's
So,
lost forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because I mean, there's thousands of people in there. I'm like, how do I find?
We're
It's
scrolling.
So when it comes to like generating relationships and growing referrals, like what's working best for you in that regard? Because obviously every person you meet is not going to need your service, but they might be able to connect you to somebody who can.
Right. It's building that trust.
Right.
So going to the same networking events, so joining a chamber, I'm with the Seminole Chamber, and just seeing the same people and over. And so when I walk into the room, oh, it's Lacey. She works with Solutions Group.
Right.
It's building those relationships and repeating those same connections and networking groups.
And then do you help feed them business as well, kind of in a collaboration space? Like,
For sure. I think one of the main things about networking is having the mindset of how can I help this person rather than how can they help me is, who could I introduce them to? So my main job is networking. So building those relationships and knowing different people of like, who could I introduce this person to is the main thing. And then, it
comes back.
Things come back.
It comes
exactly.
back, yeah.
Okay, so for our new folks who are newer to the business development side of things, what's the best piece of advice you can give them?
Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's my favorite quote.
And what do you mean by that?
Just throw yourself out there. I remember when I first started networking, I was so nervous. I was, I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm like, oh, do I just go up and introduce myself? I felt like I was in high school or middle school again. It's like talking to the cool kids. I don't know.
What got you over that? Just
doing it.
Just going.
There's the book, Mark Manson's. He just basically say, just fuck it, just do it.
Right.
You just got to do it. That's all you just got to throw yourself in there. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
You either figure it out or you won't.
It's gonna suck, yeah. And the main thing is just doing it.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna suck at it at first, but you'll
learn.
Yeah, exactly.
So for accounting purposes, like what's some of the biggest financial mistakes you're seeing small businesses and bigger businesses make nowadays?
I think one main mistake is business owners, especially like bookkeeping, they hold on to they want to save as much money as possible. I can do my own bookkeeping. I can do this. And then they start drowning and forgetting stuff and they don't get prepared. And like I said, we're talking about being proactive with tax planning. So I think not being proactive and just thinking they can do it all when they suddenly get too big, they're overwhelmed and they wait till the last minute, like, I haven't done this.
So now it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of entrepreneurs especially wait too long to speak to an accountant, and by then it's too late. Like they already owe, a ton of taxes or whatever the case is. So yeah, it's never a good thing.
So what's something every small business should be doing financially that probably isn't?
Reaching out for help is, I think, the main thing. Like I said, they wait too long, and being more proactive and making sure having a plan in place. So, we're in May now. You should be planning for, your 2026 taxes and making sure you know what to expect. I think having a plan would be the main
The number
thing.
one.
The number one, planning, yeah.
Okay, on that note, what separates a good business from a bad business financially? Other than money.
Money, okay. Yeah, I would say just making sure that you're, responding to people. I think a lot of times people get so bogged down of what they're doing, they forget to respond back to their accountant, they forget to respond back to the financial planner, and they just get too busy in the day-to-day. They just kind of got to step back.
Right.
And
work
say,
on it rather than in the business.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Okay. Business development can be exhausting sometimes. How do you stay motivated and keep your energy up and keep your focus going?
Lots of books and audiobooks. I love the self-improvement. I'm a self-improvement junkie where I love reading the books and listening to the audiobooks. So
What are you listening to right now?
I'm re-listening to
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. No, I do love Harry Potter because no, it's good. It's a good series. No, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss.
Yeah.
I think I've listened to it, 6 or 7 times now, but I love it so much. So it's a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Okay, have you always been outgoing or networking? You have to learn how to network or?
No, I felt like awkward going into this when I first started sales, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt like everybody else knew more than me, and they were gonna judge me.
Well, sometimes they
about what I'm
don't.
saying. Yeah. So no, I haven't, but I just learned to say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
So I think it's important because a lot of people assume that people who are networking are extroverts. They're not necessarily introverts, which I don't feel like is always the truth. Like I feel like
No.
You could be introvert, but you're out for your mission. Like your mission
Right.
is to meet new people or get more business or whatever it is. Like, are you seeing, do you lean more towards extrovert, introvert, or
I feel like I'm a
hybrid?
I'm a hybrid,
Yeah.
the extroverted introvert, I guess I would say. But yeah, you just gotta put yourself out there, and sometimes just decompress by yourself. Sometimes I sit in my car, go on the way home with no music or anything.
Right, you're like,
Because
it's
there's
quiet.
so quiet. But yeah, you just gotta put yourself out there, and most of what I see, most people are just as awkward as you
Right.
you are.
Right.
They're constantly thinking back their head, did I say what I said? Was that awkward?
Right.
Or I think most people are
They're trying to
worried
figure out
about-
what they're saying too.
right,
Yeah.
right, and they're thinking they're gonna think I'm saying awkward when they're really just thinking about what they're saying. So
Right.
give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
All right, so a rapid fire section here.
Okay.
Coffee or cocktails?
Coffee.
What?
Hands down. I can't live without my coffee.
Virtual or in-person networking?
In person, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, biggest green flag in a business?
When they're organized, and they have everything ready for me.
Is that normal?
No.
Okay. Biggest red flag.
They're like gems. Biggest red flag if they come with me a box of receipts. Here, help me sort through this.
Okay, so we're in the AI age and all that good stuff. So what's one app you can't live without?
For work, I'd say Zoom Workplace. That's how we communicate with each other. It's really helpful. And then for outside, I'd say for personal is Audible.
Okay.
Audible.
Very nice. Well, it was a great conversation with you. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Okay, so before we wrap up, how can people reach you?
They can email me. They can reach me by phone. Or stop into the office. It's Solutions Group Accounting. It's in Lake Mary, so feel free.
Okay, what's your email?
It's lconfer@solutionsgroupaccounting.com.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.